Hello my Jovians, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 13 tips to make sure that you apply your foundation cake free. Please click the red subscribe button and the tiny little bell right next to it so that you don't miss any of my videos. Tip number 1, skincare. Skincare is very important, and the quality of your skin is very important to how your foundation ends up looking on your skin. So if you have a lot of dead skin cells, and if you have a lot of build-up and blackheads and open pores and all of those things, your foundation can look cakey and your skin can have texture, which will translate onto your foundation having texture, which is kind of like a cakey look for your foundation. So number 1, make sure that you exfoliate your skin at least twice a week, and if you have a very important event to go to, exfoliate your skin the previous night so that you have a nice smooth glowing canvas the next day. And number 2, moisturization is key. And if you are planning on applying a full face of heavy makeup, make sure that you apply more moisturizer than you normally would. You have to apply a lot of moisturizer. That is really the key. That's where I'm gonna start, and I'm using the Plum Illuminous cream today. This is a deep moisturizer for normal to dry skin. You obviously can use any moisturizer that you have at hand. Before that, let's get this strand of hair out of my face. Ooh, fancy. Massage that moisturizer deep into your skin. This nice little massage is also gonna bring blood to your face, which is gonna give you that added glow. Tip number 2, now wait. Leave it on for 5 minutes to 10 minutes. If you have an hour or 30 minutes, that's even better, so that all of that moisture really sinks into your skin drinks up that moisturization so that it doesn't just sit on top of your skin and slip and slide around when you apply your foundation. So waiting is very important. During this time, you can do your eye makeup, you can get your outfit ready, you can wet your beauty blender, you can do a lot of other preparation, you can run around the house and do things while you wait for the moisturizer to sink into your skin. Next step is to prime your face. I'm using the new Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh Base. This primer is a lavender colored hydrating primer. So this is supposed to brighten your face. If you have the time, give 2 minutes between each step so that each step really has the time to sink into your face and really set before you go on to the next step. Tip number 4, apply your foundation first before your concealer or corrector. This way you have a light layer of coverage already, so you will not overdo with your concealer. Sometimes you might not even need a corrector, so you can minimize the amount of product on your face and hence the amount of cakiness on your face. And I've got this really cool mixing palette from Nail It Spa here in Kuwait. Tip number 5, if you have dry or combination skin, or if you have dry patches on your skin, it is a good idea to add a few drops of oil into your foundation as well. Now you can see that the whole idea is to really moisturize your face, your skin, and even add a little bit of hydration into your foundation to make sure that your foundation or your base makeup looks as natural and beautiful as possible. Tip number 6, apply your foundation with a beauty blender. The beauty blender absorbs all of that excess product and really lays down just the enough amount of product that you need on your face. And if you don't get enough coverage with your first application, you can layer your foundation a second time. But of course, if you prefer to use a brush, go ahead and use a brush. The maximum amount of product should be in the middle of your face. Step number 7 is the corrector, and you need to use this only if you need a corrector. I know that Instagram videos and a lot of these beauty tutorials can kind of mislead you into thinking that everybody needs a corrector. Now if you have a lot of redness still showing after your foundation, apply a green corrector just where it is red. Like if you have a pimple or if you have really rosy well, that's a good thing, but red cheeks or nose peeking through, use a green corrector just on that area. And if you have hyperpigmentation or dark under eye circle, and if you have dark skin, use an orange corrector, or if you are pale skin, use a peach corrector, something like this. Now today I'm using a palette from Victoria, and I got this from Online Beauty Store India, and all of those links I will leave down below. I'm gonna use the smallest little tiniest amount of this orange corrector on my hyperpigmentation. And that's it. So this way, as you can see, you really use the smallest little amount. And I can see that a lot of Instagram tutorials just go all the way out and use orange all over their face and blend it out, and then apply green and lavender, and then apply a thick layer of foundation, and then the foundation looks peach or red because that's how much orange they have to cover, and then they apply even more foundation to cover that peachiness. Obviously you're gonna get full coverage because you're covering orange now, not even your hyperpigmentation, but that's gonna be extremely cakey. This way, when you apply the least amount of product, you're not gonna have cakey face at all. Tip number 8, apply concealer only if you need it. Do not be tempted to apply way more than you need, like you see in a lot of Instagram tutorials, because those look amazing in pictures and in videos, but 5 minutes later, I promise you, those are caking up, they have lines, they have cracks, not cute. And today I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Tan just to highlight and hide my under eye circles. I don't really need concealer on any other part of my face, so I'm not even gonna bother. At this stage, if you'd like to cream contour your face, you can go ahead and do that. Wait for another 5 minutes. You'll be like, what are you talking about? Wait for another 5 to 10 minutes for your foundation and all of this cream product to really set into your face. In this case, you will not have to use as much powder as you will have to use otherwise. Alright, I gave myself 15 minutes just to let it completely set so that I can show you exactly what I mean by let it set, give it the time. But of course, you know, if you can't do it, you can't do it. You have to rush through your day. So this is for those special occasions when you want to cake on makeup and still look flawless. Tip number 10, powder only the T-zone, only the center of your face, which is where you would get oily and which is where you would need a little bit of powder to set that makeup. To set my T-zone, I'm using the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder in the color Golden Hour. I'm gonna work this powder into the brush and gently pat in the powder to the under eye area and my T-zone. If you have oily skin and you just cannot skip powdering the rest of your face, take a translucent powder and gently tap off the excess, of course, and gently just press in a very light layer of powder onto the rest of your face. Tip number 11, at this stage, if you feel like you've got way too much product on and you've applied a little too much by mistake, you can take a plain old tissue paper and just gently press it. This is just one ply of it, by the way. Gently press it on your face and it's gonna absorb away excess oil and moisture and any excess product that's just simply sitting on top of your face that you really don't need. There's just a few lipstick swatches, just ignore that. That's really it with the foundation application. I'll apply the rest of my face makeup, which is the blush and highlight and all of those things, and I'll be right back. I've got the new Sugar lipstick in Viola and what's that, Poison Ivy on my lips, and I really like these guys and I have a review. Tip number 12, a setting spray or a finishing spray. Once you're done with all of this, it's a very good idea to finish it all off with a fine mist. Lock all of these multiple layers and melt it all into one layer and melt it into your skin so that it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look like makeup, it just looks like you are glowing. Okay, that's what it looks like. You can also use that DIY face mist that I made a video on a couple of months ago. If you haven't seen that already, click right here and you can check it out. And sometimes if I feel that the face mist has left like water droplets on my face, I just go ahead with a flat kabuki brush. This is the Becca flat kabuki brush, and gently pat it all in without disrupting any of our other layers. And finally, we have a bonus tip. Tip number 13. I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but if you are open to this, it's gonna completely change the way your makeup looks on your face. And this is to actually shave your face the previous day. Now, shaving your face is called microplaning. It's actually a dermatological, something wrong with that word. It is a procedure that professionals do, let's just call it that way. It actually takes away all of that excess dead skin cells on top of your face, and also it removes all of that peach fuzz and hair on your face, so you have a flawless, clean, plain, untextured canvas for your foundation. So your foundation looks absolutely absolutely flawless on your face. This is my final tip, and I do really like to do this, especially if I have a very important function to go to, so that I don't have any of my facial hair kind of getting in the way of the foundation and making my face look textured. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is the final result. You can see that the foundation went on very well, and there were a few products that I was testing out for the first time, the Becca powder and the Becca primer, and they are amazing. I'm really impressed with it as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to click that thumbs up button and check out my previous videos all over here and over here, and I shall see you on my Instagram.